Hey guys, we are back with some more Wolfsburg Wolves franchise mode, and in this one we are going to get into free agency, making a ton of signings here, as we are trying to be competitive, while at the same time getting prospects through the draft. So, goaltenders. We need 2 goaltenders. We only have Benzing in the organization right now, and preferably 3 actually, just because Benzing is the only one in the entire organization, so as to have a 3rd string goaltender. And the one, in terms of our main goaltender, who we're going to be going after, Mr. Corey Schneider. 35 years of age, 86 overall, and he actually has some pretty decent stats in this game. 914 save percentage for the past 2 years, and a 920 in year number 1. So, Corey Schneider, I'm hoping that you will join us for 1 year here. We'll give you 4.25 for 1 year. And then another goaltender who we're going to sign is... Where are ya? Aaron Dell. He wants 1.8 for 1 year, 81 overall. He had some pretty decent stats last year for 13 games, 939 save percentage. So, Aaron Dell, hoping you will join us as well. 1.9 for 1 year. And that's it for goaltenders for right now. We'll get a 3rd string later, when they're a little less expensive. And now as far as defense goes, first one we're going to go after is Calvin DeHaan. He wants 3.1. He's 30 years of age. And what really attracts me to Calvin DeHaan is his takeaway to giveaway ratio from last year. And from year number 1 as well. 33 to 32 and then 40 to 41. That is pretty good. Now this year, definitely an off year for him. But if he can stay consistent with year number 1 and year number 3 this year, then he should be a pretty good defenseman for us. And not only that, he'll be playing the top 6 minutes, so he won't have to worry about being out there for 20, 25 minutes per game and turning it over constantly. He'll be, I think, just fine playing alongside of Tyler Myers on the 3rd pair. He wants 2 years. We'll give him 3.35. And the next defenseman we're going after is Seth Jones. He will look perfect with Alex Kuleshov. That is my explanation for Seth Jones. He hits. He has a good ratio for giveaways to takeaways. And he gets points. You can't really ask for too much more. Offer contract. Now, he wants 5 years. I think I'm going to give him 7. Well, that does hike his price up quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I want him at 7 years. 7 years for 8.2. Please sign with us. Alright, now, forwards. We need 4 forwards and then 1 replacement forward. And we don't have a whole lot of money to work with here because we spent most of it already on Jones and Schneider and DeHaan. So we have to look on the cheaper side here. So the first forward we'll be going after, Alex Steen. He's an 82 overall, 37 years of age, so he's definitely getting up there. However, his age hasn't really shown yet in terms of his point production. 47 points last year in 82 games in the NHL. 15.48 of ice time per game. And very solid giveaway to takeaway ratio. 59 to 27. And he's also a decent hitter as well. 116 last year. So we will be going after Alex Steen for 1 year. Not going to give him 2. At 3.15. Next, we'll be going after Michael Furland. He's 29 years of age, 82 overall. The reason we're going after Furland? Physicality. 181 hits last year in 82 games. A decent giveaway to takeaway ratio. Played 15.33 of ice time per game on average. 44 points last year. So we'll be going after Furland. I think he will fit in very nicely to our middle 6. I'll give him 2 years at 3.4. Yeah, I'll go a little bit higher with Furlan just because he brings a lot to the table. Yeah, 3.5 for 2 years. And now, next we will be going after Paul Stastny. We've had him in the past. He's been solid. Yeah, he had a very nice takeaway to giveaway ratio last year. Wasn't physical, but he won a lot of faceoffs for us. And played a lot of ice time. 1740 of ice time per game, 36 points. He had those minuses there, but that's from being on a, slightly below average team. So, we'll sign Stastny to a 1-year deal at 2.6. And I'm hoping we're not going over here. So I'm actually going to wait on the last forward, but the last forward we're going to sign is Bobby Ryan. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and get Bobby Ryan. Hopefully he signs with us. 1 year, 2.6 is all I'm going for Ryan. We're also going after this scout here, Nicholas Kruger, for Scandinavia. He's an A overall scout. We desperately need that for Scandinavia. Really everywhere. Because our scouting staff is still not optimal, as you take a look here. A few A's here and there. And you get a few B's. And then 1 C. So I'd really like to upgrade the SHL here. So that is why we have gone after another scout. But nothing more after that. Let's see who we get. I'd imagine we'll get the scout. But I'm a little concerned, honestly, about the players, because we did have to lowball them a little bit in terms of how much we should have offered them due to other teams probably offering them contracts as well. So here we go. Let's see what we got. All right, there's the scout. And players, Michael Furlan has accepted. DeHaan has accepted. Ryan has accepted. Steen accepted. Dell accepted. Stastny accepted. And Jones accepted. There you go. And Schneider accepted. Is that it? I think so. I believe we have gotten all of our players here. So let's take a look at the contracts just to double check that we have every position filled. So goaltenders, Schneider and Dell, and then Benzing in the minors. Yeah, we're going to have to go after a third string goaltender here. We have 3.4 left in cap currently. Defensively, Jones, Hamilton, Kuleshov, Brodin, Myers, DeHaan, and Hutton. There you go. And then forwards, Panarin, Point, Sheary, Furland, Homer, Steen, Tatar, Ryan, that's 8. 9 is Aho. Stastny 10, Pajot 11. Not quite. Okay, we need one more forward there. Grayovac isn't going to cut it. Neither are any of these guys. There's Mayer here. Top Mayer, who may end up growing. Not entirely sure. 33 points in the US League last year. But I'm not going to bank on him just yet. And Oscar Backstrom and Dominic Bach are both taking their time as well. Bach is still a 68. Yeah, so we need a backup, a third string goaltender, and a 12th forward, and probably a 13th forward as well. So we're good on defense. 1 goaltender, 2 forwards. 3.4 left to work with. So I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So UFAs, goaltenders, start out here. Remember, not looking for anyone too fantastic here. We can go below 1 mil for the salary as long as, you know, they're decent. Brossois. Pretty good in the AHL. So yeah, definitely looks like a solid third stringer. I'm not sure I want to give him above 1 mil though. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for one of these guys like Reto Berra. It's been a while since I heard that name. Yeah, we can... Yeah, let's go for Reto Berra. Don't exactly want to give over 1 mil here. So we'll give him 1 year for 0.95. One-way deal. There you go. And then forwards. Let's get someone who maybe is high 70s. Ooh, Blake Coleman. 25 points last year, -9. Good ratio, 111 hits. Not a face-off guy, but you could definitely use him in your bottom 6. Yeah, Blake Coleman. I'll give him 1.95 for 1 year, and then we'll get a 13th forward here. Maybe Colton Sissons. 29 points last year. I'd prefer someone who takes face-offs here. Dylan Sakura. 55 on face-offs. Only 80 face-offs taken, though. Nason, Gibbons, Larson. Johan Larson. 22%. Only had 2 games played last year. Jay Bailey. Justin Bailey. 50% on face-offs in the AHL. No. Grant. Not really feeling this either. Ooh, Cody Eakin. He's usually good with face-offs. Surprisingly, not last year, but that appears to be an off year for him. Didn't play a full season either. Yeah, you know, as a 13th forward, I think Cody Eakin would be pretty good. He wants 1.4. I think we'll be fine, though. So, 1.55 for 1 year for Cody Eakin. Now, presuming all those players accept, we should be good to go to start. What is this, year number 4? I think so. So, let's go ahead. A few more days here. A third and Hutton for a second. That is quite the salary for a 7th defenseman. Let me see if I can edit this trade a little bit. So, if we're giving up Hutton, I would want another defenseman back just to have that 7th defenseman, but yeah, giving up Hutton wouldn't be a bad idea here, mainly because of his salary. If we could shed some of that off, that'd be good. So maybe go defenseman here. And if we could get, Virtanen. Virtanen might not be a bad idea. 77 overall at 18 years of age. That's pretty solid. 15 points in Liga last year, so he hasn't even played in North America yet. So we don't really have anything on him, but that being said, he is 77 overall at 18 years of age, and they want to give him up too. So if I could get, instead of the 2nd rounder, if we could get Virtanen here, and for Hutton a 3rd, and then if I maybe if I threw in any other rookies who I know I don't need, maybe, oh yeah, Eaton. He's unsigned, only 49 overall, 17 years of age, low top 4. Yeah, I'd be able to give him up in this deal. 3rd Hutton and Eaton for Virtanen. Would that work? Proposed trade rejected. Not acceptable. Okay. What if I put in another prospect here? Voloshenko, no. All the low value guys are down here. Poggi, 51 overall. Yeah, I would do that. Even with Eaton in there. So let's have Poggi and Eaton. And then Hutton and a 3rd for Virtanen. There you go. Alright. Solid deal in my opinion. Blake Coleman accepted. Cody Eakin accepted. And Reto Berra accepted as well. So we are good to go, I believe. And you know what's funny? What I just noticed about Reto Berra. Our minor league team is called the Bears, and he'll more than likely be down there more often than not, so thought that's pretty funny with the similarities in the names. So now as we check our contract situation, we actually cleared up a lot of cap there with the trading of Ben Hutton, and not only that, we acquired a young defenseman in Virtanen, and we got depth at forward and in goal, so I think we did a pretty good job this offseason here. So if we now take a look at goaltenders, Schneider and Dell, and then in the minors we have Reto Berra, Benzing, and Rodin, who's an unsigned prospect. Defensively, Jones, Hamilton, Kuleshov, Brodin, Myers, Dahan, and in the minors we have Virtanen, who we have just acquired in a trade with, I believe it was Arizona. And then you always have England as well if you need him. And then forwards, Panarin, Point, Sheary, Furland, Homer, Steen, Tatar, Ryan, Aho, Stasny, Coleman, Pajot, and Eakin. Looking a little bit better. I mean, forwards, there hasn't been too much of an improvement, but I will make the case that Homer and Aho need to get more time as young players. And so that would mean our top six consists of Panarin, Point, Sheary, Homer, Aho, and Furland? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know just yet. But we're looking a little bit better at forward as well, especially with physicality. You know, you guys got guys like Furland, who had 181 hits last year, Steen, who's a 100-hit guy, Ryan, who isn't really physical too much, but can be some solid depth scoring. And then you got Blake Coleman, who can get 100 hits per season easily. So, yeah, I would say we definitely improved at forward, really at every position over this offseason. Jones, DeHaan, and then in goal, of course, you got Corey Schneider and Aaron Dell. Hopefully Schneider is a good temporary starting goaltender for us while we work on drafting goaltenders and such. So that'll be about it for this offseason. Let's get to the start of year number 4. All right, so let us take a look at the jump for year number 4 here. So we'll go with forwards first. Panarin, 89, Point, 86. Homer is an 84 now, so he's an official second liner. We know that much. He had 25 goals last year, 22 in his rookie season, and if Homer hadn't gotten injured for those 21 games, he very well would have had 30 goals at least. So he looks to be getting a lot better, and he did that in less shots as well. 25 goals and roughly 60 less shots than he had the year before. So his shooting percentage got a lot better there, 9.1 to 13.5. So hopefully Homer can stay consistent with that improvement there. And more ice time as well. Solid at faceoffs in the ones that he took. 95 hits. Yeah, hopefully he can improve a lot more this year. Connor Sheary, 83 overall. Furland, 82. Tatar, 82. Steen, 81. Aho, 81. So he's taking his time a little bit here, but that's all right. He didn't have a great year last year. 26 points, but he was on the third line for the majority of the year, so you can't really look at the points just yet. And it was his rookie season. It was only an 80 overall. Not too much to complain about. I wish he was better at faceoffs, but he'll get better at everything, obviously, as his career goes on. So we have a lot to look forward to with Jorg Aho for sure. Stasny, 80. Coleman, 79. Ryan, 79. Pajot, 78. Eakin, 77. Defensively, Jones, 89. Kuleshov, 87. Looking better by the year there is Alex Kuleshov. Hamilton with an 86. Brodin, 84. Myers, 83. DeHaan, 81. Englund, 77. And then Schneider, 85. Dell, 81. In the system, you have Barra, 71. Benzing, 67. And then for defense, you have Virtanen, 77. So I'm going to leave Virtanen in the AHL for right now, just to see how he simulates in North America. But should he be ready for the NHL, he will get the call-up. So we're going to roll with Englund as our 7th defenseman for right now. And yeah, we are looking solid. So let's go to the lines and see what we can come up with here. All right, so here are the lines for the start of year number 4. First line, Panarin, Point, and Sheary. Keeping the ABC line together for right now. Second line is Furland, Stasny, and Homer. Third line is Tatar, Aho, and Ryan. And then fourth line is Coleman, Pajot, and Steen. Defensively, you have Kuleshov and Jones, Brodin and Hamilton, and then DeHaan and Myers. And then power play, Panarin, Point, Homer, Kuleshov, and Steen. And then Sheary, Aho, Furland, Jones, and Hamilton. Four-man power play is Point, Panarin, Jones, and Kuleshov, and Homer, Sheary, Hamilton, and Brodin. Penalty kill is Coleman, Steen, Jones, and Brodin. And then Pajot, Furland, Myers, and Kuleshov. Then three-man penalty kill, Coleman, Brodin, and Jones. And then Pajot, Kuleshov, and Myers. 4-on-4 is Point, Panarin, Kuleshov, and Jones. Aho, Homer, Brodin, and Hamilton. Stastny, Sheary, DeHaan, and Myers. And then the 3-on-3 will be Point, Panarin, and Kuleshov. Homer, Sheary, and Jones. Then Aho, Stastny, and Hamilton. I'm trying out Maddox Homer at center in a couple of positions here just to see if he can keep up with that 50% face-off percentage, to see if we sort of have a Stuart De Silva type of power forward here in Maddox Homer. That's usually the case, honestly. I noticed with these big power forwards, they can usually take face-offs. And then Point and Stastny are the extra attackers. And then shootout, Panarin, Kuleshov, Point, Homer, and Hamilton. And then in goal, we have Schneider and Dell. Scratched are Englund and Eakin. There you go. There are the lines for the NHL. Now let me just do the lines for the AHL really quick and see if we need any veteran presence for the AHL, which it looks like we do. Alright, so we're sorted out for the most part here in the AHL, but we do need a few depth defensemen to help out with Virtanen, Kondratek, and Bolerice. So I went after 4 veteran defensemen, and I also went after another veteran goaltender so that we could have, you know, some goaltending depth down here just in case we, for some reason, get a lot of injuries in the NHL, specifically to Schneider and Dell. So, but yeah, that is about it. We will simulate a few days until we get all the guys that got out of free agency. No one big, obviously, just guys for the AHL and maybe replacement injury players for the NHL if necessary. There you go. Patterin, Schlemko, Alsner, Wedgwood, and Wood, and Reichel rejected because we do not have any room on the roster. So, you know what? That's fine. We got most of them. So let me go real quick back to the AHL. All right, so the AHL is all set up. Bach and Backstrom and Williams are getting a lot of ice time. They are getting 3rd and 4th line out of the 5-on-5, but they're all getting power play, penalty kill, everything. So they should have some pretty good growth here down here in the AHL. Let's get going with, I would say, 1 month of simulating in the NHL. So here we go. Let's do the preseason. We're just going to go right through it, and we'll get to the regular season as quickly as we can. Alright, so we had a pretty solid preseason. We went 5-1-1. Only lost to Winnipeg and Colorado. So not too shabby. Not too shabby. But we're not going to take a look at the preseason stats because we don't care about that. We're going to go directly to the regular season. Maddox Homer is back. I don't recall him ever getting injured, so he must have only gotten a minor injury there. Science Scout, we'll do that roughly halfway through the season. I like to leave the scouts on automatic for right now, up until like January, because they generally do a pretty good job, but there does come a point where you have to give them some direction. Otherwise, they just won't cover too much outside of the top 10. So here we go. First game of the season against Philadelphia. Let's do it. Here we go. Going into the game. Well, we're not going to be doing a commentary third period. We're just going through the slow sim here. First period. There you go. 2 goals. Kuleshov with the first goal of the season, and then Hamilton as well from the point. And Kuleshov's goal was actually right down front of the net there. Second period. There you go. Goal by Alexander Steen, one of our veteran signings in the offseason. Third period. And that is going to be 2 goals by Philly on Schneider, but we hold on for the 3-2 victory for our first win in the first game of the season. Very nice. All right, let's get the rest of the month done. We'll go the home game against Vegas. We've been viewing a lot of games against Vegas recently, though, so I'm not going to go into this one for a commentary third. This video has been slightly long already as it is, so we're going to call it an episode after the first month here and after we check the stats out and all that. So, first period. There you go. 1 goal for Wolfsburg with a goal by Maddox Homer on Lokhtianov and then Pacioretty on Dell. Second period. There you go. Goal by Connor Sheary on Lokhtianov. And third period. Goals by Brodin, Homer, and Aho on Lokhtianov for a 5-1 victory against the Vegas Golden Knights. Very nice. So we start out the season 2-0. Very nice. Let's go the rest of the month here up to Buffalo. And then we'll check out the stats and call it a video. So pretty solid start to the season here so far. Let's hope we can keep it going. Review the draft class later. there's not too much information on that right now. Florida, we have a 3-0 shutout victory. There you go. That's what I like to see. Ottawa, Paul Stastny is back. I don't recall him ever getting injured, so we'll just continue here. He should still be in the lines. Ottawa, 4-1 win and a 3-1 win against Toronto. Let's go, boys. 5-0 to start the season. Colorado, they're pretty good. 2-1 victory. There you go, boys. Is this the team? Is this the team that's going to make the playoffs? I know it's very early to say, but, I mean, we're off to a very hot start right now here in Wolfsburg. 8-0 to start the season. There you go. Not a single loss in October. That is what I like to see. All right. I almost feel bad for stopping the sim here, but it is going to be a very long video if we continue the sim, so we'll stop it right now. But honestly, not much to change as of right now with this team. Panarin with 10 points, 1 goal. Point with 9 points. Homer with 8, off to a great start there in the top 6. Alexander Kuleshov with 5 goals and 7 points. He is currently leading our team in goals. Wow. Shoots the puck a lot, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, 32 shots. I believe he leads our team right now. Yeah, Kuleshov leads our team in shots. Wow. Seth Jones with 6. Sheary with 5. Steen with 5. Good acquisition so far. Hamilton with 4. Stastny with 4. Aho with 4. Myers with 4. Coleman with 4. Pajot with 3. Furlan with 3. Brodin with 3. Tatar with 2. Dahan with 1. Ryan with 1. And that is it. Every skater has at least 1 point, so that is good. Kuleshov plus 10. And then Aho is a -2. He's the only minus on the team as of right now. That is all right with me, as long as he doesn't get too down there and is not the only one who's a minus. All right, so penalty minutes. Let's see who's leading here. A lot of guys with 0, so that's good to see. And then Jones only has 8. So pretty disciplined here so far are your Wolfsburg Wolves. Shots on goal, we see this already. Kuleshov with 32. Homer with 25. Shooting percentage. Point with the 28.6. This is all going to come back down to earth eventually, because the majority of these guys only have not even 15 shots yet. So we won't really bother with that right now. Game winning goals. Kuleshov with 2. Kuleshov with 2 power play goals as well. 2 power play points. Time on ice. Kuleshov currently leads 25-23. The man is a beast. Face-offs. Coleman, 66.6 on 12. Steen with 55% on 40. 51.3% for Pajot on 117. 48.5 for Stastny. 48 for Aho. And a 47.7 for Point. So if there's a area we're desperately looking to improve, it could be face-offs. But at the moment, we're 8-0. I'm not changing a thing. Hits, let's see. Furlan, 22. Brodin, 15. Myers, Jones, and Ryan all with 12. Aho and Homer with 10. Looking pretty good. Blocks, not too much to look at here as of right now. Takeaways and giveaways. Furlan, oh man. 11-2. That is a great ratio if he could keep that up all year. Jones, good ratio for a defenseman, 7-8. Pajot, 7-4, good. Sheary, 6-5, good. Aho, 6-1. That is amazing. If he could keep that ratio up, he's on pace for Michael Furlan type numbers there at the moment. So keep it going. Homer, 6-4. Panarin, 5-3. Point, 5-8. He could be doing a bit better there. But again, when the team's 8-0, you're really not too concerned about that. Dahan, 4-2. That is insane for a defenseman. Steen, 4-3. Kuleshov, 4-6. He's getting offense. Can't really complain too much there. Coleman, 3-4. Stastny, 3-5. Hamilton, 2-8. Brodin, 2-7. Tatar, 2-2. Ryan, 1-5. And then Myers, 0-6. Any fights so far? No fights. And then goaltenders. Dell with a .934 save percentage in 3 games. And Schneider. Oh my. How I wish he could be doing this in real life right now. 962 save percentage in 5 games. Solid to start out the season as Corey Schneider. Again, wish I could say that in real life. But at the moment, it's the Mackenzie Blackwood show here in New Jersey. But we're not New Jersey. We are the Wolfsburg Wolves. So let's check out the minors here real quick, since we're not doing any more simulating. Oscar Backstrom with 7 points. Mayer with 6. Just looking at the prospects here. Virtanen with 6. Williams with 5. Kondratek with 3. Voloshenko with 2. Bach with 2. I believe that is it. Mathers with 1. Bolerice with 1. And that is it. Narena has nothing at the moment. Wedgwood doing just fine. 921. Really not a whole lot to complain about at the moment. I mean, again, I hate to stop the sim here, but the video is getting pretty long, or at least the recording is pretty long at the moment. 50 minutes roughly as of right now. I mean, that definitely will not be anywhere close to the final time, as probably going to be making a lot of cuts here and there, as edited the lines quite a bit, but still, I'll call it right here. Let me know what you guys think of the off season we have had and the season that we have had so far. And I will see you guys in the next one when we continue year number 4.